Hello and welcome to the Poke and Knuckles Show. And in this show, this segment is Crona Chronicles. And we have Dr. Hannas with us. Dr. Hannas, would you like to introduce yourself? A very, very brief introduction, please.
Brief introduction. I work as a psychiatrist, as a free psychiatrist, not in a hospital.
Okay.
Contract with the insurance I have, so people don't have to pay at my place, in my praxis. And I'm working here in Eisenstadt for 25 years already.
Cool.
25
Okay.
years.
So I'm going to ask you some questions. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what you have to say. So, I'm sure you as a psychiatrist must see a lot of people coming in with issues of Corona, with Corona. And firstly, let's deal with the public's opinion, well, your opinion actually, on what do you think of Djokovic and Australia? So Australia
Djokovic.
did not let him in the end.
Yes.
But a lot of Serbians said this is a problem against Serbia, this was a political stance. However, there is another player, Morimo, playing in the same tournament who is Serbian as well. So I'm not sure if this is specifically a Serbian thing. And a Czech player also went back. So what do you think? Do you think the laws are for everyone? What is your opinion on this?
Of course, the laws are for everyone. That's for sure. But might be we have to talk about the laws first.
Okay.
We know that Australia has a very strict system in terms of fighting the pandemic, fighting the actual situation, and they always brought into the discussion that it's necessary to hold their own people in discipline in terms of fighting the pandemic. So they have to be vaccinated. They have to be have to have masks. They have to stay out. I'm talking about people from Australians by themselves.
So they couldn't enter Australia.
The own people couldn't enter Australia. We always hear of cases that family members couldn't see each other for 2 years.
Sure.
Because of all the formalities and all the bureaucracy. So I think this is a little bit strict system. To me, it's always a sick system. It's also a sick system.
Sick as in healthy sick, or sick as in psychological?
In a psychological sense.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's wrong with the Australians. I don't even know what's wrong with the New Zealanders. Is that the word?
New Zealanders?
New Zealanders.
If it isn't, it is now.
It's not. They're so strict that you, when you're going in, and I do have a colleague in New Zealand working in Auckland Hospital, and she always is going, come and visit us.
Sure.
And I'm telling her that I don't thinking of it because I am 3 times vaccinated, and anyway, I would have to stay in quarantine for 10 days.
Even if you're vaccinated, sure.
And the PCR test.
Sure.
So when we are going back to Djokovic, we have actually to talk about these countries like Australia and New Zealand. These are
Strict.
rules, very strict. To me, a little sick, mentally sick, psychologically sick, because it's against the people and not for the people. So I'm not an Australian politician who could go into the discussion about that. So maybe it's not objective. To me, it's too strict. Concerning regulations, and you remember the zero COVID politics we had 1 year before? That this idea has been in many heads. The zero COVID politics, zero Corona. So we wanted to
sure, they wanted to end completely have zero cases.
Nothing, yeah.
But this was implemented in New Zealand, and actually one of the sports teams, I think this was Pakistan or Bangladesh, one of the South Asian sports teams went to New Zealand and had to quarantine for 14 days, even if they were vaccinated, had the bubbles, the Corona bubbles, PCR tests. Yeah. Because there was just a zero tolerance policy. So that's the question then, and I guess, well, the final answer to you is Djokovic. His vaccine status is unvaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
He had Corona on the 16th of December or 16th I think. And so should he have been allowed into Australia? Because the Australian rules state you need to be vaccinated.
No.
Cool.
You shouldn't.
Cool.
Sure.
That's it.
That's actually the point, but it's a comprehension of everything, because he didn't behave very smart, because he wanted to go in with papers that
not filled out correctly.
Not filled out very correctly.
You can't blame your agent for that.
There have been doubts about everything.
Yeah?
Has he been infected before? Did he go to
Spain 14 days before entry?
All these things, all these things. But we are now talking about people like Djokovic in a disproportionate way.
Sure.
That's what I think.
Because it's one person.
He's one person.
How many
cases? He's not a criminal.
No.
He's not a criminal. He's not even a health criminal, if there is such an expression.
Maybe now there will be.
We have
a Corona criminal. I don't know.
Corona criminal.
I don't know. Maybe there will be. We'll have to see what developments come up. But okay, thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
We'll see you guys soon. Take care and stay safe.